Welcome to Ambar Longevity Estate, where you're not just taking a vacation, but you're extending your life. Currently, we are about halfway through our first phase. And even though this is a great investment at any time, now is the best time to secure your villa. I am so excited to finally get the cat out of the bag and get to talk about the most amazing project that I've ever heard of with my really good friend, Juan Nunees, the developer of a wellness center resort called the Ambar Longevity Resort in the Dominican Republic. I want you to tell us all about it.
It's a special place, special to me, and I strongly believe in time will be special to a lot of other people. The main thing I like people to know is what they get for being part of this estate is the Trinity of longevity. We're 2,500 feet above sea level, so the oxygen is incredible. It's inside an amber mountain, so the energy and the water is alkaline and electrolytes. It's magnesium, potassium, everything that most people would drink. This is the water they're bathing in. And so there's 32 luxury villas, a farm-to-table restaurant, a boutique hotel of 60 rooms that extends to a longevity center where we do stem cells, biohacking therapy, sexual rejuvenation. I mean, you're not coming there for a vacation. You're coming there because you want to extend your life.
And you know me, obviously being into real estate, I am obsessed with the villas. They're breathtaking. There's 32 of them available to buy, correct?
Yes, there are 32 now. They were 35. And what we did is we shrunk the amount of villas because we wanted to give the residents more space in between so that they feel like there's nothing else around them. So you are in your own villa and you won't see another villa around you.
Oh, wow. And then the architecture, I mean, it's very modern, very natural, woods, all of that.
Open space. You walk in and you have a zen feeling. And it's important because energy flows. It's important for you to walk into your place and feel the energy. The lighting is automated. Everything is smart technology. So depending if you're walking in, it knows how you like the lights. When you're leaving, it knows exactly what you're supposed to do.
And so one of the things that you guys did, which I thought was amazing, is someone was interested in one of these villas. I think that they are under contract right now with one of them, and they wanted certain wellness aspects to be included in it. And so you guys did that.
Yes, so it's called the Longevity Suite. I had a young lady who came in and she said, Juan, I don't have any kids. You know, my husband and I, we've been married 20 something plus years, and we just want to be able to have a place that we can enjoy. Can we shrink it? And I said, absolutely not. Right? We're not going to shrink from 3,600 square feet to anything smaller because we got to have, everything should look cosmetically pleasing from the outside. But what we could do is add more value inside. So we eliminated 2 rooms, and those 2 rooms, we created a longevity suite where you have a hyperbaric chamber, infrared sauna, a plunge pool, cold plunge, and it's just a place where you realize this is part of your day-to-day routine.
That's amazing. Okay, so all of these villas are surrounding the resort hotel. Is that correct? Where you're going to get the wellness doctors. So what's all included in this?
So the villas, people are purchasing a villa. They own the villa. They get their title. They have the opportunity to purchase the villa furnished. So it's a plug and play. And then they can get the villas to be ran through a hotel program.
So obviously I've bought and sold property personally, obviously for other people as well. Investment is my number one thing that I go to every single time. With this project, right now is 100% the best time to get in because as projects start, that's when it's lowest. As they continue, that's when they get more expensive.
That's right.
And right now, once the villa is created through the rental proposition that the hotel offers, tell me more about that.
So currently, we did our stats on our comps on what would a hotel go for, right? So when we ran the numbers, a person that owns a villa should be able to receive 6 figures just on the rental. Them enjoying it about 30% out of the year and us renting it about 70% of the year will reap them over 6 figures.
That's amazing. So most people have how many homes?
Well, depending on who most people are, right? But I would say 2 to 3 homes. We're catering to people that say, you know what, there's a group of people that come to Florida during the winter, and they go to the Hamptons during the summer.
That's right.
And we want to expand the horizons to come to the Dominican Republic because from New York is only 3 hours and 15 minutes. From Miami is only 1 hour and 15 minutes. And why not be able to have a location where you can reset your life?
So why do you think that longevity travel is becoming so popular right now?
I believe people are raising their standards and they're coming to a level of awareness where they used to go from work and reward, and the reward was like a Louis Vuitton bag or, you know, a Rolex watch. I think that's shifting to the investment is myself, is me.
I think too, like I look at me and my friends and our priorities are a little bit different. You know, you have some of my friends that beauty is like their number one, whereas other friends, it's 100% about their health. Like, how do they feel? They want to live longer, you know? And I think that this kind of creates an opportunity for both of those things.
People can live longer, not healthy, right? Because
Right.
my grandmother's 103 years old, and there's a lot of maintenance there, right? So when we talk about longevity, we have to define what is longevity, right? It's having your health intact where you are enjoying every single day of your life with peace and happiness
And feeling good.
and feeling great.
Yeah. And looking good too.
I think that, you know, when you were younger, like I remember coming out of school, I'll get a slice of pizza and a 25 quarter juice, and that was good, right? But now as you're getting older, that's not good anymore. We need to be intentional about what we do and not settle for good, only great, because good is not good anymore.
So what does ownership look like when you're treating this as an investment property? Like, what do you get from the resort itself?
Convenience. You know, you arrive at STI International Airport and you can drive in less than 30 minutes, or you can go in a helicopter in 10 minutes. It's 24-hour security, making sure that whenever you are, you have someone knowing your presence and your needs and your desires. So food, you know, making sure that your bed is turned. We service you and cater to you as if you're staying in a hotel, but this is your own pure residence.
Okay, so let's talk about the restaurant for just a second. Farm to table, so it's very healthy. Are there any, like the chefs there, what are they doing to make it healthy?
You know, one of the most exciting part about when I purchased the land is we hired an incredible architect, and he was nominated 2024 as one of the best architects in the country, On De Laoya. And the first thing he did is he spent a whole week counting all the trees and all the fruits that we get from this land. You know, cocoa, macadamia, cilantro, oregano. I mean, he went on and created a list of all the things that we produce naturally. And I said, wait a minute, we can start a farm, but now we're not doing a farm, we're doing a restaurant. So the farms, this is where the whole concept came, is we're going to be supplying the ingredients are coming from our own land.
Like, that is literally farm to table. I can't believe that those are being grown naturally.
Well, it's always grown in someone's farm.
True.
This happens to be in our farm,
That's amazing.
our backyard.
So how will you guys logistically take care of the investors buying these villas?
People have an option. And I think that that's one of the most important things that we love to supply is people with options, right? So you can own your home, come there, live there for the rest of your life, 6 months, 12 months, or say, hey, you know what? I just want to come and I want to make sure that I can surrender it to the hotel. So we will take it in and run it through our hotel operation. There's no Airbnb. Every person that purchases has to be vetted. So it's like, even if you have the money, you cannot just live there, because I'm living there. So I'm vetting everybody, right? And we want to make sure that once you're vetted, you have the option. The option is, do you want to live in it temporarily or permanently? And if you choose to live there temporary, we will then, and give us the option, we will run it through our hotel program. That means that it will be ran just like a regular room through our hotel, and we will do an annual and quarterly review, so you know exactly what's being rented, exactly what is coming in, and we share the revenue with you.
I think too, especially maybe the older you get, and maybe not, I don't know, I guess I'm just now experiencing it. You want somewhere where you can go and find peace. And I feel like this is exactly what you're creating. It's just a peaceful, rejuvenating experience.
I don't think it's just you. I think that that's where the world is moving. They're raising a level of awareness, right? You know, information, education, and they're implementing it. They're recognizing that the most important investment is no longer a thing, is themselves, right? So when you're going to invest in yourself, is it really an investment? Right? What is your rate of return? And there's nothing more pleasing than your joy and your peace and your happiness.
I think what's great about this opportunity, though, is that there is a monetary investment. You're able to make 6 figures and not even come at all throughout the year. Or you can actually invest in yourself, come, get that peace, because we live very busy lives. We live very stressful lives. And to find that peace and then make 6 figures on the side on top of it all, like, it's such a win-win situation.
Absolutely. I strongly believe that we're all going to make some level of investment. The question is, what's your rate of return?
Yeah.
Is it only monetary investment
Right.
and monetary return? Then I think you should question it, put a pause on it, call a timeout, right? Because you can get not just A, but you can get B and you can get C, meaning all the inclusive.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of investments we're going to make in our lives. And I strongly believe that when you are in a place of awareness, it shouldn't be just a win on money. There's got to be another win. And the win is on happiness and peace and joy. And I'll give you an example. You know, I lost my grandfather at 65 from prostate cancer. I lost my uncle at 64 of prostate cancer. I lost my father at 66 and prostate cancer. And I say to myself, okay, am I going to be next? So what am I going to be investing in? I have a selfish initiative because what I am building is not just for the world, it's for myself as well.
So it's bigger than money.
Way bigger than money, right? This is about extending your life.
So why did you focus on building this on longevity and wellness instead of just another vacation place?
You know, originally it was supposed to be 45 villas. And then I realized I'm not passionate about villas. There's nothing that entices me or excites me about villas. I started making phone calls. I live in a world about who do you know, right? So I think about who can I call and ask, you know, what can I do with this 12-acre land? And I reached out to this friend of mine. Her name is Fabiana. And I said, hey, Fabiana, if you had 12 acres of land, you know, what would you build? And she said, a wellness center. I'm like, what is that? And I had never heard that before.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds. And she says, you know, it's a place where people go and they, you know, just replenish their cells and they inject, you know, all these vitamins and minerals and red light therapy and cold plunge, and you meet all like-minded people and there's a community. And I'm like, interesting, right? And then she says, you know, let me put you on a phone call, and she connects me with another person. And by the time you know it, they're by the site in the Dominican Republic, and they walk into the project, and I'm getting to realize this is a movement. And I'm invited to this retreat in Italy, and I realized that this is not about vacation. This is about extending your life. This is about investing and injecting light within yourself. And I said, this is what I want to be part of.
And what's interesting is, like, you have it where? In Spain, Switzerland, those places. So for us here in Florida or in North America, like, this is one of the closest places that we can go to for something like this.
Well, if you're on the East Coast, it's about a 3-hour flight, right? From Miami, it's an hour and 15 minutes. Once you get there, it's a 30 minutes drive or 10 minutes in a helicopter. I mean, proximity-wise, it's close enough that you don't have to overthink it. Most people think, like, I can't afford it. Well, you can't afford not to do it because it's only your life, right? Your life depends on it. But we're making it affordable for the fact is that we're creating a membership. And in that membership, it gives you the space to be able to contribute and have a space in your life.
So if somebody wants to invest in this project, what's their next step right now?
Well, go to the website, right? Learn more, because people get excited, but they don't have substance. They don't have information. So I would say get more educated, right? Go into www.ambarestate.do. But most importantly, reach out to a broker, which is you.
So we're still early in the project, but you have a lot already completed. You have the infrastructure, the road system, you have agreements with the government already. Now, what are the next steps, like, as far as timeline for people to expect?
So the great news is that we don't have a board. We don't have investors delaying the process. You know, so a person that has a vision and says, you know what, I want to live there, they just have to reach out to you. And then we connect them to our attorneys to make sure that all the legal documentations are done in the US. And at the beginning of the year, I'm excited to let you know that we're going to be starting the construction of our first model. So people are going to be able to come and walk the site and actually understand and have a feeling of exactly what we're building.